Hello, everyone. Welcome back to another episode of the Tundra Cast. This is episode 51, and today we are going to be going through our most surprising players of the year so far. I think we're going to go the good, most surprising players. We'll probably do the bad ones later because we
Yep.
want to feel positive today. So, uh, today
Are
I
you not going to
have.
introduce us?
I was just about to
He
do
was just
that,
about to
bro.
do that,
You
man.
messed up my
No,
intro. Oh
You
my god.
dumbass!
I'm
you
not even.
take too long.
Boy. Okay. Anyways, as you noticed, I have Rossi.
No.
What did you say? What did you say?
I went no.
Okay.
No, you
sure,
don't
bro.
have me.
Then Shay and Nick.
Yes, sir. Howdy.
Yeah. There we go. That's how you do an intro, Rossi. Anyways,
No.
no. Well, it's been a odd year in the NHL. I mean, it's an odd year every year, but this year especially. And some players have made this year their year. And I think who are we gonna start off with?
We'll just go you, then Rossi, then me, then Nick, I guess.
Okay, well, my first player is Jordan Kairu, and Jordan Kairu, if you don't know who he is for some reason, I don't even know why you're watching this video. Then he is on, the what is it? St. Louis Blues. St. Louis Blues. God, and he had a absolutely amazing start to the season. Obviously he cooled off a bit because I don't think for him, with whatever pace he was on, it was insane. He could keep that up ever, but he's still doing really good. His offensive numbers are out of this world for him. He's scoring at like 2 goals for per 60. His defense isn't that great, but his expected goals for is also around 2. For him, that is a big step up because he hasn't been able to because he's hasn't been at that kind of level, and I think it's helped the Blues a lot because obviously, um, is the Blues average age like pretty high? I want
It's
to
pretty
say, yeah,
high.
I want to say that, yeah. And Kairu is on the younger side, and he definitely is part of their future, and I think it's really good for them that he's starting to step up a bit because, um, they knew that this team is going to be able to stick around for much longer. Obviously, they got that cup, and that's big for them, but they obviously want to not suck in the future. So Kairu is definitely going to help them with that. And I don't know, did someone else have him? I forgot.
I don't think so. Maybe
Oh,
someone. Yeah, I don't think
Uh,
anyone else had Kairu.
yeah, because I find that surprising because he has 14 goals so far, 16 points and 16 primary assists, which is 19th in the league, and I think points in general he has 39, which is also really high. And I thought that, and oh yeah, sorry, even strength points too. He has 26, which is 11th in the league. So he's been scoring 5-on-5, and he's been doing it at a pretty good pace. So
Yep.
I think I was surprised that no one else had him, but yeah, I think he's definitely been really good this season.
I considered Kairu, but my other players on my list, I think I'm more shocked about because Kairu also had a pretty good year last year. He had around 36 points in 50 games, and he's also so young, so you expect him to take that next step up. So,
Hmm.
I don't think I'm that surprised by Kairu's production.
That's fair.
Maybe a little,
That's
yeah.
fair. All right, who's next?
I got my first player. I got Jeff Skinner.
Party
Uh,
in the USA, baby.
the lovable, except if you are a Sabres fan, maybe not so lovable. Uh, left wing. He's everybody knows his struggles ever since he got that big contract. Everybody knows we don't have to talk about it. However, this year, in 39 games played, he's got 16 goals and 11 assists,
I think
which
I think that's on
is
pace for like 36 goals or something like
Hmm.
that.
I just
yeah,
checked.
and that's a huge step up, especially with no Eichel or anybody like that. That's a big step up.
Yeah, I'm gonna agree with you. I have him too. He's been really, really good. I don't know how, and I don't know why, but actually, no,
I think
I do know
his
why.
shooting
He's actually
percentage is
he's actually
13.7%.
which is average.
Yeah, it's average for a good
Yeah, so it's
scorer.
not like he's on
It.
pace for a sudden drop off or something.
Hmm.
I mean, it also helps that he finally gets ice time because Ralph Kruger is playing like four or
Yes,
five minutes.
yes.
So yeah, it helps to get ice time.
We talked about that, didn't we? Where
Yeah,
We said
like
Jeff
almost a
Skinner.
year ago.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Jeff
I
Skinner
would.
has to play if you want him to play good. So uh, I th-
Um,
I think coaches should listen to us more often.
exactly. I mean, yeah, we're smarter, obviously. Um,
Obviously.
For some
my
coaches, that's not hard to do, though.
my first player is Nazim Kadri. And I mean, first of all, this guy's gonna be in UFA, so he's gonna get like 9 million somewhere. You know, I wouldn't be shocked if fucking Seattle gives him 9 million and he sucks next year. But um, I mean, Kadri has 51 points in 35 games this season. His career high is 61. He's 10 points away from tying his career high, and there's still over half a season left for the Avs. Right now, he's on pace for 119 points in an 82 game schedule. That's insane. Those are franchise level player numbers. I mean, obviously, is Kadri an elite first line center? No, he's a very good second line center. He's a low end first line center. But I mean, no one expected this from Nazim Kadri,
Nope.
especially. I mean, you can make an argument, yeah, it's the Avalanche, but like he's not playing with McKinnon. He's not playing with Landeskog Rantanen. He's carrying his own line, and most of his points have been even strength, and that's huge. If he keeps this up, I don't see him staying with the Avs unless he takes a discount, but it's surprising to me, and good for Nazim Kadri. I mean, he's always been, one of those players that's been talked about legal wide because of his playoff suspensions and stuff. But I mean, the most underrated part about Kadri is his offensive game, and he's showing it this season.
Yeah, and Nazim Kadri is a player that holds a special place in my heart. He is one of my favorites. I got to watch him for a really long time, and we were waiting for this kind of breakout because he always had that kind of skill. Like even when the Leafs sucked, he made these plays once in a while, and he's like, "Oh yeah, this guy's gonna be special in the future." And it just never really came with the Leafs. Like he was good, but he was never really amazing like he was this season. But uh, it's great to see that someone like him is breaking out because I know he's a bit of a jerk, but he's also like on the ice, but off the ice he's a special dude, and
Yeah.
I think people like that, they deserve to do well, and I'm glad to see that it's happening for him.
Holds a special place in my heart too because he's from
London.
London.
Yeah,
For the
London.
Knights,
London.
of course.
Oh my
something I
god.
find really interesting as well about Kadri though is that he has 38 penalty minutes as well. He's got more penalty minutes than he has games played, which means he's taking penalties, but he's also like he's making the most of his offensive opportunities, and you can see it on the score sheet. Like I think it's really cool to see that.
And
so I think he might be heading into free agency. He's probably gonna be one of the more valuable players out there. So
100%.
yeah, it's gonna be fun to see. So
I think it's good for him. Go ahead.
I was just gonna say he's gonna get overpaid. He's not gonna replicate the success, but I mean, if there's a rebuilding team that wants to play him as their first line center, I mean, they're gonna chuck money at him for sure.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah,
and it's good. Like Nick mentioned, that he still has that feistiness to his game, and that was one of the things that made him special. And it's good that he's able to add to his offense and still be pretty good defensively, and also. What's it called? And also be like just a jerk, which is something you need.
Pest.
Yeah, a pest. Yeah, a pest. You do need players like that on your team. So yeah, it's good to see that he's breaking out. Okay, who's next?
Nick.
I guess I am, but I already said my first player. I said I had Kadri.
Okay.
Oh well, there. Okay,
Yeah.
so back to Coral, his second player.
My second player is I said my second player. It's Skinner. So Kerfoot. Kerfoot. I guess Dubas he knew this whole time. I don't know how, but Kerfoot was due for a breakout, and they got him in the trade for Kadri. So obviously he's been overshadowed by the fact that Kadri is just a lot better. But he wasn't the main piece of that trade. It was supposed to be Barry, but we knew how that happened.
We know what happened there.
Yeah, so it's Kerfoot. He's been spending most of his time for the past few seasons on the third line of the Leafs, and he's been okay. And okay really isn't good enough for someone who's being paid $3.5 million. You have to be in the top six on a team like the Leafs who are cap strapped. You need to be playing at a top six level if you're going to get paid that much. So going into the season, it was like, okay, Kerfoot's gone this offseason. We have to sign Campbell. We have to sign Liljegren. We have to sign Sandin. He can't stick around. But now he's making a really good case that I think he solidified himself on that second line spot beside Tavares and Nylander. He's been really good. He's like I mentioned, you need someone that's a bit of a pest, and he is. He's tiny. He's a midget.
Yeah, he's like 5'10".
Yeah, he's a midget, but like he's got a motor mouth, I think, and he annoys a lot of players. And I think on a line where you have two guys as skilled and as Nylander and Tavares, it's good to have someone that can get into those corners and get them the puck, like the way Michael Bunting did on the first line, or Zach Hyman still does on the Oilers. So I think Kerfoot, he's found his spot on the second line left wing, and he's ran with it. And I'm glad to see that he's found what he wants, what he should be.
Yeah.
He's found his level. That's what I'm trying to say.
All right, Rossi, second player.
My second player is once again a Buffalo Sabre. It is Taige Thompson. I know I've always been high on him, but I know a lot of people haven't really been. But this year he's done very well. I think he's got 28 points in 38 games. So he's doing pretty good. 14 goals, 14 assists.
You're close. It was 25 and 37, but yeah.
No, because you're
Oh, wait,
you're
they
wrong.
played today.
Yeah, they played today, and he got.
Okay. Oh, sorry. Cap Friendly did not update that. Never mind. You're right.
Yeah, no, cat
You're
friendly.
right.
Yeah.
Apologies.
But yeah, he's got, as I said, 28 points in 38 games played.
It's weird because last year in 38 games played, he had 14, so he's exactly double that.
Yeah.
Oh, well, that's good. Really good.
I also like that you said you're high on him because he's 6'6". But...
Wow. Okay.
He's almost a foot taller than me. There.
Here's the thing,
Damn.
like this is a guy that people were calling a bust. You know, he was the main piece in that Ryan O'Reilly trade.
I've
like,
been sticking with him this whole time. I have never wavered on him.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And yeah, good for him for taking that next step. Like, this is what Buffalo needs, you know. After the whole Eichel fiasco, they need something positive. And, you know, Peyton Krebs got his first 2 goals today. Tage Thompson's looking good. Skinner's rebounding.
Pozo's looking good, too.
Darlene looks good. Like, Buffalo needs
Jack
this.
Quinn got his first goal, too.
Mm-hmm.
Even though I think he's still overrated, but yes.
Yeah, me too, but he did.
Well, Jack Quinn's injured now, so...
UPL, before he got injured, looks fantastic. Like, there's a lot of things to look... Like, even Alex Tuck, he's pointing per game. You know, just...
He's a really good player, by the way.
He's good.
Yeah, really good player.
But
Isn't Tuck, like, above point per game by, like, a few points?
I think so. He's been great there.
Yep. Well, is that all you have to say? Because he's a great player. I think, people were calling him a bust. I wasn't on that train at this point, and I think I was waiting because he wasn't exactly put in a great situation. And so far, like he showed this season, he just needed the chance, and he's gotten it. And he's a pretty solid two-way player. And I think that Rossi's definitely right. I think he's. It's surprising that he's done this. Like been this good, but I think we were all kind of expecting that he would be there at some point.
Yeah, I agree.
I think what's funny is he's taken almost, like, 200 shots already.
Wow, really?
That's good.
It's
you need shooters on the team.
It's like he's taken, like, 120 or something, if I remember correctly.
200. That's not almost 200, bro.
I mean, technically it is.
That's
No, it's
not really. At the 80 away, you're barely halfway there.
Oh my god. All right,
Math.
Rossi. Math.
I almost scored. Okay, whatever. The second player, and this is one I talked about on the Mike Russo podcast. That's Ryan Hartman. By the way, first of all, he's only getting paid 1.7 mil for the next 2-3 years, so it's a steal contract. And he's right in his prime. He's 27 years old, and this season, he's already smashed a career high. His career high coming into the season was 31 points, which is his rookie year in Chicago in 2016. He has 32 points in 36 games. I don't know what he took.
Whoa. Are you accusing him of taking steroids?
I mean, I don't think steroids would really help you in hockey except for fighting and just being strong.
Being strong helps you in hockey, bro.
I mean,
but that's not been, like, Hartman's main thing this year.
Okay, whatever. Go ahead, Shay. Sorry.
He has 32 points in 36 games. Like, I didn't expect this at all. Even last year when Minnesota broke out, he had 22 and 51. So, I mean, this is shocking to everybody. By the way, for Rossi, he's a Preds legend. Don't forget about that. And, like...
Thanks,
I mean,
man.
I'm shocked. I didn't expect this at all from Ryan Hartman. I thought he was a decent third line checker, but no, he's showing that he has a lot of skill. He's shown he can play in the top 6, and that's a great contract for Minnesota. Because if this was his UFA year, he'd be asking for a lot. And it's really shocking that he's producing this well, and that's all I gotta say.
Okay.
Cool. My second player is Chandler Stevenson.
I also have him.
All right. His career high coming into this year was only 35 points, and that was set last year. He's already got 38, and he's played 40 games. He's almost a point per game pace, and he was a point per game pace early on in the year. But he's always kind of been a scorer, especially in junior. He scored 89 points with Regina. With Washington, what's that? Sorry.
Where do Vegas find these guys, man?
Yeah.
Like
I don't
really,
know,
where
man.
did he find them?
Seriously,
Like he gets during the time when he got traded, he had 4 points in 24 games for the Capitals. Gets traded to Vegas, he gets 22 and 41. Like what the hell?
Yeah,
like,
I
where
don't
did
know,
he
man.
find these gems?
I don't
Just
know.
remember the first mastermind for Vegas was the same guy who traded Philip Forsberg to the Nashville Predators for Michael Latta and Martin Erat. So
yeah.
I think that's been the most surprising thing about Vegas than anything is just George McPhee.
Well, isn't he gone now?
It's McCrimmon right now. It's McCrimmon right now.
You're right. It is McCrimmon.
Yeah, McPhee was only there for like a year.
Oh,
he's like, we made the Cup Finals. I'll dip now.
I thought he was
like,
there.
He was like, I don't want to be around come draft time again.
But wasn't McCrimmon there when?
He was there.
Like, wasn't he like the assistant GM? Okay, well then I was partially right.
But yeah,
anyways,
he's only 27. He's still young.
Yep, and he's making $2.7 million until 23-24. So he's still got a few years to go there. So what a contract that is. And again, in Washington, like he kind of didn't really notice him too much. He was more of a depth player. He was part of that Washington Capitals team that won the Cup.
Ironic.
2018 against Vegas. I'll be interested to see what he does in the playoffs this year as well. Especially if Eichel comes back, if he's going to be bumped down, if he's still going to keep a spot kind of in the top 6 there. Because I think he deserves it.
I think you keep him on the line he's on if he's getting that many points.
Yeah, that's true.
Like, I mean, honestly, I think you bump down William Carlson. I mean, William Carlson has been kind of overrated since he got 44 goals.
Yeah. That's true.
He hasn't really been the same since. Like, I mean, but Vegas has so many options. They can really do it. They can put Carlson on the wing. Hell, you can put Stevenson on the wing. Like, you can do anything with that team.
Oh yeah, that team's loaded, man. It's crazy.
Okay, is that me then?
Yep.
Yeah.
Your fourth player, I think. Yeah.
This is my last one because apparently everyone was taking the same ones as me, and I have Troy Terry. And Troy Terry is. I mean, he's always been decent, right? I don't remember him ever being
decent.
I've never remembered him being like horrible, but
he was decent against Canada in 2017. That's
yeah.
But his the amount of goals that he's scoring now. I don't even know what I'm saying. Yeah, the amount of goals that he's scoring now. He has 22 goals, compared to previous seasons. Let me just pull that up. I don't know why I didn't do that before.
Yeah, I've got all this pulled up right now. And
so do I.
And then she's like cat friendly. And it's just like, why would you go to the place that tracks fucking contracts for cat?
I'm on Elite Prospects. I've always used Elite Prospects. I feel like it's amazing. It just had so much stuff at once.
I know, it's insane. I found myself on there for one of the tournaments. I think they took it off though. I don't know why. But anyways, 7 goals last year, 4 goals a year before, and he already has 22 in 38 games, which is like 10 less than he had last year. He's almost double the same amount of points in 10 less games. It's insane how much of a step up he's taken. Anaheim in general has been pretty decent. Like
they've been falling off
lately,
that past month, but they got off to a great start.
And I think Troy Terry's definitely been a big part of that. And he is still fairly young. He's only 24. And I think it's about time that he's broken out because I think we've all known he's had a fair amount of potential.
Yeah.
But it was getting to the point where you could start to think that, oh man, he's plateaued. He can't get any better than this. He's been doing the same thing for the last 4 seasons, I think. Yeah, 4 seasons pretty much. So, I think now it's his point where he just has to keep on running with what he has right now because he's doing really, really good. And yeah, it's definitely a big surprise that he was able to make such a big jump up this season.
Yeah, not only is Terry scoring a bunch of goals, but he's scoring a lot of highlight reel goals too. He's been
Hmm.
so electric. Like him
Yeah.
and Zegers are actually so fun to watch in Anaheim. Like it's pretty exciting to see, especially with Anaheim, because they obviously with Getzlaf and Perry's gone now, but with Getzlaf going, and then here's your new duo here with Zegers and Terry. It's been a lot of fun to
Yeah.
watch.
Yeah. And yeah, I think you're right. I don't know. I heard this somewhere, but Anaheim is must-watch hockey. They play a fun
Yeah,
game. I used to watch
and they
the
have
Oilers for fun.
Gibson.
Oh yeah, Gibson too. He's amazing.
Like
Obviously, I used
yeah,
to watch the Oilers for fun, but obviously that's not that much fun now. Sorry, Shay.
I mean, it's fun if you hate the
Today,
Oilers.
today is the day. Trust me, today is the day where Tippett gets fired. I'm
It's
I'm
gonna
hoping
I
for
happen.
it.
believe in it.
weeks.
I'm
I
praying for
believe
you.
in it.
No. Ready? Ready. Local Nostradamus. Me. This is gonna be the first game in what 13, 14 games that the Oilers win under Tippett,
Oh my
just to
god.
spite the fact that just so that he doesn't get fired. They're just gonna win.
Oh my
You
god.
know, I'll talk about the Oilers next oil spill whenever that is. But yes,
Next oil spill is just called stop.
next
Yeah.
oil spill will be close finally when the deed is done.
Unless it's not.
Unless it's not, yeah. All right, next player, Rossi.
I have Jonathan Quick.
Yeah.
So I've gone on record saying that I thought he was done, especially after all those injuries, and he was just kind of going down and down and down, and I was expecting him to just keep going down this year, but he didn't. He's been very good. I think he's got a 914 save percentage.
Yeah.
He's got 11 wins, 10 losses, which doesn't really matter for a goaltender, but he's been very good this season. He's basically won the starting job back against Peterson, which
yeah. You know what's weird? Because Peterson has a massive extension kick in the next year. That's scary.
Yeah,
And
I've
he's
talked.
24.
Yeah, I've talked about this with obviously my dad and sister because they're Kings fans, and I've said I've said and they've agreed with me that even though Jonathan Quick has been phenomenal this season, you still have to at least have Peterson as a tandem because you need him to play so that he can keep growing because you signed him to that massive extension, and well, if you just keep Quick in the starting role still, he's just gonna flounder.
Yeah.
And obviously, Quick is 36, so he's up there, and at some point, he's just going to have to leave. And the Kings are a young team, and I think Peterson is obviously their guy for the future. I mean, he has to be because.
He has to be. You signed him for $5 million.
Mm-hmm. So, Quick, I think is good that he's been playing good because him playing good takes a bit of pressure off Peterson right now because he's obviously not a starter at this point. Actually, I don't know. Is he? I don't know.
I'd say like a tandem.
Tandem.
Well, he doesn't have the starting or tandem job right now, if that's what you mean.
Yeah. So at this point right now, I think that it's good that there's pressure taken off of him because a young goalie who's only 20, he's kind of young. I'm saying young, but he's only 20. He's 27, so he's kind of up there. But he's younger than Quick, obviously. So
Yeah.
has been playing that many seasons, like consistently playing that many seasons. So I think it's good that Quick has been able to step up a bit, so that you can take a bit of pressure off of him, let him take his time to get where he needs to be, because he definitely needs to get up to a starting role in a couple. Don't wait, next season, right? By next season.
Yeah.
Yeah.
My next player, my third player, is another Minnesota Wild. And that's Marcus Felino. I mean, this is a guy that's usually been a bottom six grind for his entire career. Before this season, his career high in points was 25, and I was in 65 games played. And now, the last 2 years in Minnesota, last year, 2020-21, he had 26 points in 39 games, and he's continuing it through this season too. He has 25 points in 36 games, and he's been playing on a line with Ryan Hartman too. So, it's interesting that both players are having career years, and they're both on my surprising players list because they're players that you don't expect to be leading the Minnesota Wild and scoring top 3, top 4. Kevin Fiala has been as good as good this season. And Felino's obviously a huge part of that team. He's a key PKer. He's an assistant captain, and he's always, I feel like he's always been undershadowed by his brother Nick. And it marks the show that he has a lot of skill. And he's signed for another 2 years at $3 million. I think if he can continue this 40-50 point pace, that's a good contract. So that's my third player.
Okay.
Cool. My third player is a guy that's been kind of flying under the radar a little bit. I didn't really realize how good he was actually doing until like a few days ago. But that's from the St. Louis Blues, Ivan Barbashev.
Mm-hmm.
To put it into perspective, his career high coming into the season was 26 points. He's got 34 in 39 games already this year. In like the last couple of years, he was kind of turning in the right direction. He was doing a little better points per game wise, but he just kept getting injured, and he just kept being out long term. But this year, he reminds me a little bit of Dadonov when he was on the Panthers. Like he was putting up some real good numbers, but like he wasn't like too flashy. He was just scoring all these goals from just like, picking up rebounds and just going to the net, things like that. And Barbashev kind of does the same thing. And there was always something I liked about Barbashev on the Blues. And he's still a younger guy as well. Like they have a lot of younger players. Like you said, Kairu already. They still have Robert Thomas as well. Like they got a good young team there, and I think Barbashev is really. And he's 26 as well. He's only making $2.5 million. So he's going to be a good player for the rest of this year for St. Louis, and he's going to be good for them next year, I believe, as well. So
yeah,
he's been flying really under the radar for me.
And Barbashev, he's gotten looks on that top line with O'Reilly, and
he has.
He did pretty well too. Obviously, his normal line mates are Tarasenko and Buchnevich, who aren't any pushovers just themselves, but. I think they should definitely be. Sorry, was it Tarasenko? Yeah, Tarasenko,
Yeah.
And
yeah.
Rob. So I think they should be giving a bit more opportunity, but I think where he is right now, he's doing really good anyway. So
yeah, you can play him kind of wherever too, so it doesn't really matter. If he's gonna produce wherever he plays, that's just a bonus for the Blues.
Mm-hmm.
So
okay.
It's your turn.
Who's my turn?
You.
I think we said all of these players. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Okay. So it's my turn. Okay. So my final player is okay. So while I'm talking about this, in post production, I want you to put an image that I'm about to send on Discord.
Oh God.
Put this up because this is hilarious. Look at that font for his name.
God.
You can't read that.
Why is his headshot so weird? Like why is he
What?
on?
You're talking about the headshot? You can't even read his name. Okay. But the player we're talking about is Carl Vomelka. I butchered that on accident.
On
Vomelka.
accident. Okay.
Yeah, I was laughing at the fact that you can't even read his name on NHL's app.
First off, Vomelka has like 3 wins where he saves like 46 shots. Like this dude's insane.
I personally hate this dude because of what he did to me, but he's good.
A bit of background about Carl Vomelka. He was drafted by the Nashville Predators. He never made it to their team or their AHL or literally any part of their organization.
Wow, it's kind of like they're stacked on goalies.
What makes you think that?
It's kind of like they had Pekka Rinne and UC Saros for some reason. Kurov.
But this guy wasn't supposed to be good either. He was
Ingram.
Where was he playing, in the Czechia League before?
I think so.
The Czechia League, and he was the worst goalie on his team.
Yeah, so he just shows up in Arizona and is just like, "Hey
Fine,
guys,
I'll do it myself."
Yeah, hey guys, want
much.
to see me do a kick flip? And he just gets them their first point in a shootout loss, and he's just like, okay. And then he just starts winning games. I think he's got a 910 save percentage with a 310 goals against average. And you know what? The 910 save percentage, while it's
it's Arizona.
It's Arizona. He's just going God mode. Him and Wedgwood are carrying.
I remember this. It was like 9 games in. 9 games in, and he had like a goals against average of 2.25 and a .917 save percentage. I was like, what the hell? Who is this dude?
Yeah, it happens like with goalies usually, where this guy, he comes out of nowhere. You don't even know that he exists, and he suddenly turns into an absolute beast.
He's amazing.
Yeah, goalies.
All I remember is when I first saw his name after he got that point, and he was everywhere. I was just like, why does this name sound so familiar to me? And then I look it up, and I was just like, oh, of course, it's a Nashville Predators draft pick. The
Okay.
Predators and having good goaltending, it's always a thing.
It's always a thing. Now my last player. Speaking about Nashville, it's the $8 million man, Matt Duchene. I'm shocked because he's on pace for a career season, which is weird. This is going to be his best season since 2013-2014 when he had 70 points in 71 games. His highest point total since that season was 50. No, sorry, was holy shit, he had 70 in 2018-19? I did not realize that. Never mind. So it's going to be his high. Yeah, I totally forgot about the trade to Columbus because that was just weird. He has 58 points in 50 games of auto. Holy shit.
You just didn't know. Okay, maybe it wasn't that surprising.
That's surprising to me. That's the biggest surprise of this video. But, I mean, last year, this guy was way under half a point per game. He had 13 points in 34 games. So he sucked ass. Then I was like, okay, he's not going to do anything special. He should get bought out. He comes back this season, and now he's on pace for around 70 points, which I'm now realizing is his career high. Actually, no, he's on pace for 76, so it will be his career high. And, it's good for Nashville, too, because a lot of people were doubting them coming to the season. And, I mean, they've just been as good as ever. I know they've been on a bit of a slump recently, but, I mean, they still got top 5 goal in UC Saros. Their defense is as good as ever. Tanner Jeannot should be a top 4, top 3 finals for the Calder.
Tanner Jeannot for Calder, baby.
Ow.
Oh my god, dude.
Oh, bro.
But it's good for Duchene. It's just surprising because I expected Duchene at max to get 50 points, and now he's on pace for well over 70. So good for him.
Good on him. Yeah.
I would just like to point out
and
that
yes, Rocky called it. Yes.
I called him and Johansson.
Johansson. He's been come on.
I mean,
Don't
for being a second liner who's, I mean, to be fair, while he hasn't been great. Oh my god. While he hasn't been great, he's been very good. I mean, to be fair, he's on the second line with Cunnin and
fake Preds fan.
Okay, come on. Let's go.
Lines have been Cunnin and Tolvanen, yeah.
Oh, there you go.
Okay.
Lines have been changing so much this year.
Okay, well, we should probably hurry up. We said we wanted to keep this under half an hour.
By the way, I don't have the 5th player because that was Troy Terry, so I'm done with my players.
Okay, so next last one.
I have 4 and 5. So my 4th player is Sergey Bobrowski. I think the last couple years they were just meh years. He wasn't that great, really. Ever since he signed from Columbus, and he had some damn good years in Columbus, man. Like, he was unbelievable. The playoffs last year were absolute dog shit. Like, I thought he was done after the last year for sure. They were so
His
bad.
regular season last year was dog shit.
Yeah, well, that's what I'm saying. Ever since he came to Florida, he's just been absolute crap. But this year, he's been really, really good. He's got a .925 save percentage. He's 19-3. We thought that Spencer Knight was going to be the future because he played so well in the playoffs last year, if you remember. So I thought for sure he'd be the starting goaltender heading into this year. But they gave it to Sergey Bobrowski, and he's playing amazing. So
he sucked all Spencer Knight's talent from him like a vampire.
Yeah,
because Knight's been garbage.
Yeah,
terrible.
He's just back from the AHL because he got sent down for being terrible.
Knight was so garbage that they had to pick up Jonas Johansson. That's how bad it was. That's how bad it is.
Jonas Johansson is good against the Leafs.
Okay, but a
Zamboni
driver is good against you.
That's what I'm trying to say. It's not fair. Anyways, last one, Nick.
I think I'm the last one, and then my last player is the rookie from the Detroit Red Wings. It's Moritz Seider. I guess they have a couple rookies, but I remember when he was drafted because he was drafted 6th overall, and everybody laughed. I laughed. I think a lot of us laughed as well, and I remember Detroit fans being like, "Yeah, trust the eyes are playing," and everyone just like, "Yeah, you suck." But no, he's actually been amazing so far this year. Like, just some of the plays he does as well. Like, he's so confident in his own end. He's so confident when he's in the blue line. He can really run a power play already. He's still very, very young. He's got 26 points in 41 games this year. He's definitely going to be a Calder candidate along with Lucas Raymond. I think they've just both been amazing in Detroit this year. And there's like even the clips you see aside as well, like the one of him skating through basically everybody. Like that was pretty funny, except they called him Suitor or who called him Suitor. Was it Leah Hextall?
Leah Hextall.
Oh my god.
Wait. Am I just like an idiot savant with hockey somehow?
I don't know.
Because
What?
when Sider was drafted, I was like, man, this is a steal for Detroit, and everybody was making fun of him.
I know. I didn't
Apparently,
think it was gonna be good. It was just I thought you could
He was
probably get
good.
him
He's
at
just he wasn't
15.
6th overall good. Like I don't think
I
really
thought
anyone felt the
he
same
was
way.
6 overall good.
See,
I was
like,
like,
okay,
man,
well,
this is
Like
a
if we're
steal.
going back, I know we're going off topic. But if you're going back to that draft, both Broberg and Siler, everyone knew they have a lot of upside, but those
Mhm.
are guys you take mid to late round, which is surprising. And I'm just surprised both Detroit and Edmonton kind of reached at that point. It's paid off for Detroit. We'll see how Broberg does next season, but yeah.
He's not playing next season.
Oh
Who?
God, Rossi.
You're getting good Branson.
What do you mean he's elite, man? He's been on 8 teams. I love that guy.
Yeah,
Went 3rd
that's
overall.
why you're gonna get
Nice
him.
winner for sure next
Oh,
year.
by the way, did you
For
know
sure.
Eric Branson gets paid $2 million?
Did you?
What?
What?
Yeah, he's getting paid $2 million.
Oh my God.
Oh my god. Do you guys remember when he was a Predator?
Yeah.
Yes.
You're
Wait,
crying.
what?
No, I remember you're crying during the trade deadline stream when it happened, and like you're like, no, that's not happening. Nice
Yeah,
trade,
yeah, I
guys."
remember. Yeah.
Yeah, because I was just like, why the hell would we trade for a defenseman?
And then you see that it's Eric Goodbranson too.
And I was just like, and then after I was just like, well, who'd we give up? And I was just like, whatever.
Yeah, but it's Eric
Anyway-
Goodbranson.
You know what? Anyways, Hockey Night Canada started right now. We should probably end this.
Yeah, I'm
Yeah,
starving,
remember
bro. Okay.
when you
Okay.
guys were like, let's make this quick, and then fucking you guys went on about
Okay,
Kadri
Rossi, you're
for,
making
like,
it louder.
5
You're making
weeks.
it longer. You're making it longer.
You're the one that brought up Branson.
Okay.
Good, Branson's good.
All right,
though,
thanks guys
unlike
for watching. We'll
Kadri.
see you next time. Bye.
I will. No.